Good afternoon, everyone. We'll start the session in 5 minutes. In the meantime, please ensure that your microphone is off throughout the session. Your cooperation is much appreciated. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Quest International University Public Health Campaign 2021. We are elated to have you with us here today during our 4-day long campaign to raise awareness on obesity and weight management. I'm Kelvin, and I'm here with my partner, Vijaya.
Hello everyone, I'm Vijaya. We really appreciate how you've taken time off your busy schedule to join us for the third live session of our campaign, which is Healthy Eating Experience Session 1. Before we start the session, please make sure to fill up the form by using your personal email instead of QRU email due to temporary email migration. Be sure to fill in your details before the event ends as the registration link will be closed after that.
One of the most important aspects of managing weight is maintaining a healthy diet. But that does not mean that you have to eat food without flavor. Over the next 4 days, we'll be hosting daily episodes of a show called Healthy Eating Experience, where we will teach you some simple recipes for dishes that are both nutritious and delicious. Miss Asnida, who is a hospitality lecturer, is here to kick it off with the first dish, summer salad. We hope you enjoy the live session. Miss Asnida, the floor is yours.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, thank you, Kelvin, for the brief introduction. Okay, so for these 4 days, okay, I will be sharing you different type of dish, okay, that associate with the theme itself, the obesity and weight management. Okay, before I proceed with the session itself, okay, allow me to share my screen. So can Kelvin, does the slide appear?
Yes, the slide is visible.
Okay, so first of all, okay, let me introduce myself. Okay, I'm Miss Asnida. I'm the lecturer from School of Hospitality. Okay, so as for our topic today, okay, I will share with you about healthy eating experience on the food itself will be summer salad. Okay, so before I share further with you about the dish, okay, so let me talk a bit about healthy eating. Okay, so healthy eating is a wide variety of food that all food groups, including whole grains, fruits, vegetables, meat, and other protein-rich food, including those contain calcium. Okay, so why I talk about healthy eating first? Because, okay, to enlighten all of you about a different group of food itself. Okay, like as we know, like whole grain. Okay, the whole grain word itself is not necessary. Okay, when we talk about whole grain, it's only the oat or the roll oat that we can consume. Okay, there are lots of other varieties of whole grain that you can consume and incorporate during your cooking. Okay, so another example, we have beans. Okay, as we know, beans also, there are different type of beans, okay, that you can include together in your dish, either during for your at breakfast, okay, for your lunch, or during your dinner, or just for your snacking itself. Okay, there are plenty of beans type. Okay, and another example, we have wheat, okay, cereals, crackers, pasta, okay, and even for fruits and vegetables. Okay, when we talk about vegetables, it's not necessary to be green vegetables. Okay, there are also other type of vegetables that you can incorporate during your to be more healthy. Okay, so for the type of vegetable and fruits, later I do have a slide to enlighten all of you, okay, regarding on the type of fruits and vegetables, so that you have a clearer idea when we talk about vegetable. It's not necessary to be the green vegetables itself. Okay, God have created lots of other type of vegetables as we can choose. Okay, and then select healthier food choice that are lower in salt, added sugar, saturated fat, and trans fat. Okay, when you're selecting a healthier food choice, okay, the best thing when you are on diet or you are in a weight management, in order for you to achieve your goal of weight management, for example, like your aim is to reduce like 5 kilos, okay, or to a more ideal weight. Okay, so try to minimize food from outside. Okay, try to cook the food from scratch, make it on your own. You can be more creative. Okay, it can be more versatile. Okay, try to use different kind of food sources, okay, to make the food that you prepare more attractive. The reason why I emphasize on this is that even though food outside that you can get is some of it they claim that it is healthy, but when we can't control in terms of the sodium usage, in terms of the sugar content, and other things, okay, in terms of cooking methods, you really sometimes you don't have much options, okay. But then when you cook on your own, okay, you will have the opportunities, okay, to choose the best way or the best method of cooking in order for you to reach your weight management, your goals, okay, what you want to achieve, okay, because food, okay, is part of weight management. Okay, it's very important for you to make sure that you eat healthy food, and you plan well on what you're going to eat in order to achieve the goal that you have set. Okay, and eating according to the right food portion. Okay, for the portion itself, okay, it's okay to eat as frequent, okay, when you are on a weight management, but the food that you consume, it must be from a healthy base, okay, in terms of the ingredient itself, okay, in terms of the method of cooking. Okay, so objective of healthy eating, of course, there are lots of other objectives of healthy eating, okay, but I'm going to just explain the three most important objectives of healthy eating. So first of all, of course, we want to improve our health, okay? So when someone having obesity problem or being overweight, okay, it might causing a disease problem or a bad problem to his own, okay, because when we talk about obesity, it's not necessary to be for adult to have obesity, okay. The obesity problem can come at a young age, okay, for at the age of childhood, like children from age 2 to 3 years old, okay, during this primary stage, okay, usually why those kids can be obesity because of the food that they were consume, okay, the parents, okay, in terms of the education of the food that they consume, okay, parents tend to just give them whatever things that they like, okay, so at the end it leads to obesity, and also it comes together with other diseases, okay. So that's why it's very important to have a healthy eating pattern, okay. And then the second is to prevent a chronic disease. Of course, when we talk about obesity, okay, the most diseases that usually associated with this obesity is like diabetic type 1, diabetic type 2, okay, we have the hypertension, okay, so of course we don't want to have this kind of disease, okay, to us, so that we can prevent this, okay. And then of course when we are fit, we are healthy, we will be more happy to make sure that our daily routine is in order, okay, we can enjoy our life more, okay. So a little bit of sharing, okay, about a healthy plate, okay. So people who are on weight management, okay, it is advisable for their plates, okay, in a plate it should include half portion of vegetables, okay. So for the vegetables itself, it can be from different sources, okay, different type of vegetables, different texture, okay, different type, okay. So for example, it can be from the lettuce, okay, which doesn't require much cooking, okay. And then we can also include, for example, like cucumber, where we know cucumber is very good in terms of the calories is very less, okay, and but at the same time it's very good for your digestive system, okay. And then we also have a different sorts of vegetables, okay. Because why vegetables, usually for people who are on weight management, they are highly encouraged to consume more vegetables rather than protein and carbs, because the vegetable itself is contain high fiber. So the fiber will help to overcome the weight problem. Means that in terms of the bowel system, it will improve the bowel system. Okay. And then in terms of lean protein, okay, the meat type that you should select is more to lean protein, where, for example, like chicken, the best part is for the chicken breast, okay? But when we talk about lean protein itself, okay, even though that you have choose the best protein or the best meat parts, but when you go to the next step, okay, for example, for the cooking methods applied, okay, so please ensure that the cooking methods applied is uh, suitable with your weight management. Means that, for example, like the cooking methods, you should use maybe like roasting, pan-seared, okay, any cooking method that using less oil, okay, don't deep fry it, okay, or you cook it in a huge amount of oil, okay. So when you apply this kind of cooking methods, okay, you will feel that to reach the goal of weight management, it will be prolonged, okay, because of your meal plan itself, okay, you does not plan it well, okay. So that's why, again, when you choose the lean protein, make sure that the meat that you cook, okay, you apply a good cooking methods, okay, the best cooking methods that can ensure that you can reach your goal within your the timing that you have set, maybe around 3 months or 6 months, okay? Because I believe that during the first session by Mr. Azhar, he did mention that when you are in a weight management, it's good for you to set it, not to set it at a short period of time. Maybe, for example, like you set it, you want to make sure that you lose 10 kilo within 1 week. That is not a right goal setting, okay? So please make sure that when you plan your meal, okay, make sure that it is a realistic. Don't burden your body by not eating anything, okay? So healthy carbs, okay, include rice, okay? It's not wrong to eat rice, but it's most important thing is in terms of the portion that you eat, okay? So for the vegetables, okay, why I showed only the image for this is to show to you that for the fruits, the vegetables, okay, it's not only green in color. It come in different colors, okay. For example, like green colors, okay, we have the cabbage, we have cucumber, we have green chilies, okay, the pak choy, okay, and other colors of vegetables. We have purple come from the grapes, okay, come from the aubergines, okay, or the eggplants, okay, and then we have red in color from the tomatoes, okay, orange from carrots, yellow in color from the lemon, sorry, okay. So as we can see here, the fruit itself, the vegetables itself, okay, it come in different colors. So why I say try to why I mentioned about colors is when you plate your food, so you need to incorporate a different color. So you yourself, when you want to eat, okay, you feel more attracted to eat your food rather than in your plate, everything is green in color. Yes, people who in weight management usually, okay, they will just eat it, but try to be more creative, okay, and at least when you play with colors, different textures, okay, you will have more appetite to eat and you don't feel boring. So that is the most important thing. We don't want people who are on weight management to feel bored to eat what they eat, okay, especially when it comes to a healthy eating, okay, because healthy eating is not necessary that you eat only green vegetables, okay. Everything is lettuce, everything is salad, okay. It's not necessary to be on that way, okay. You can put a different type of vegetables inside the plate, okay. Not necessary to be green in color only, okay. So instead of color, okay, we have in terms of texture, okay, as like we know carrot have a more crunchy texture, so you can put it inside your plate, okay. When you have different texture also, it will elevate your appetite to eat also, okay. So here are a few ideas of healthy plates, okay. So for, as we can see on the first image, okay, as we can see here, a plate of salad, okay, but it's not necessary, the salad itself, it does not come in a green color only, okay. We can put in like berries, okay, to give purple in color, and then you can add in tomatoes, okay. So be more creative, okay, when you're preparing your salad, okay. And then as for the third image also, you can see, okay, for the meat itself, for the chicken breast, okay, in terms of the way how it's been prepared, okay, apply the pan-seared method where you will use less oil usage, okay. And even for the oil, okay, please use like extra virgin olive oil, because this kind of oil is much more healthier. And then in terms of calorie also, it is less in calorie, okay. And then one thing, okay, when you cook your chicken breast, okay, during the marinating stage, please make sure that you don't use the pre-mixed marination. For example, like as we know at the market out there, okay, there are ample of sauces, okay, for marinations that you can use. Yes, I agree that this kind of sauce, okay, will help you to shorten the process, the preparation of marination. But when you use this kind of product, okay, first thing first is in terms of the salt content, the sugar content, you can really control it, okay. And secondly is it's not really healthy, okay. So going back to the weight management, okay, I would highly advise you, okay, to buy herbs and spices, okay, because this kind of herbs and spices, okay, it really have a much more longer shelf life, and then you can just grab it and mix it and just rub it on your meat and let it marinate at least for half an hour so that all the flavors can well combine. Then you can just pan sear it, okay. It doesn't really take that much time, okay, when you do your own marination. And actually that is much more healthier. You make your own marination, you can control the salt that you put in, okay, and the other ingredients that you put in, okay. So as we know, like nowadays is we are on the pandemic season, okay, most of us are working from home, okay, even for students, okay, they have their own online classes, okay. During the break session, sometimes we feel like we want to have snacking. So rather than having food that is less healthy or unhealthy itself, okay, so here are a few ideas that kind of food that you can prepare ahead, okay. Maybe you can prepare it at one time, okay, then you can just keep it in an airtight container, keep in the fridge, and whenever that you feel that you want to have to enjoy it, okay, you just grab it from the fridge and enjoy it. So this kind of prepared food is much more healthier rather than you eat snacks, okay, unhealthy snacks, okay. Few ideas, for example, like you can just cut your cucumbers, okay, cut your apples, okay, can use nuts, okay. And then one tips about how to make sure that your apple does not oxidize or turn to brown in color. Okay, so please make sure that when you cut your apples, you prepare a bowl with water. In the water, you put in a pinch of salt, or if you don't have a salt, or if you don't really want to use salt, you can also replace the salt with acid product. For example, like a squeeze of lime or squeeze of lemon, and then you soak in your apple inside the liquid and you just rinse it and keep it in your container. Okay, so this will help to prevent your apple from turning to brown, or the process we call as oxidation. Okay, and then you can include in here, we have, for example, like carrots, okay, you can cut it directly and then you can just have it and dip it with your dipping sauce, okay. It's just easy for you, okay. So for the recipe itself, okay, so we have summer salad. Okay, here will be the recipe for the summer salad that I'm going to share you. Okay, so the ingredients for the summer salad, we have cucumbers, onion, cilantro, lime juice, okay, white sesame seed, sesame oil, black pepper, and you can also add in different fruits, okay, for example, like orange, okay, to give extra zinc to your salad, okay. So I will not explain further about how you need to prepare it, because later I believe that we're going to share with you a video on how to prepare this summer salad. Okay, so maybe if you would like to screenshot the recipe for your own reference later, you can just screenshot the recipe. Okay, so that will be the end of my sharing for today. Okay, before I end my sharing, I would like to share with you a quote here. Okay, health is a priceless wealth. Okay, invest while you can. Okay, because why I say so? Because once you have a chronic disease, for example, like we don't want that kind of things to happen to us, but don't be stingy. That is the word that I from me lah. Don't be stingy when you want to look for a healthier option. Okay, enjoy your life, enjoy the food that you want to eat, but choose the best. Okay. Okay, so I believe that that's all from me for today. Going back to the MC.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida, for the amazing introduction to summer salad. I'm pretty sure that the audience can't wait to add this recipe to their menu. Before we proceed on with the Q&A session, allow me to play a video on how to go about making summer salad. Everyone, please enjoy the video.
In this video, we will be making a delicious summer salad. Summer salad is a fun way to serve beautiful summer ingredients, at the same time consume all the nutrients that our body will thank us for later. This recipe is really easy to make and it's versatile. It is also cheap and a great option for a midday snack. In this recipe, I am going to be using cucumbers as the main component to our salad. Cucumbers are low in calories, contain antioxidant, it promotes hydration and can help you meet your daily fluid needs. This is because cucumbers are composed of about 96% of water. Here are the ingredients which we will be using to make this summer salad. 2 large Japanese cucumbers, 1 small red onion, kosher salt, 2 tablespoons fresh lemon or lime juice, 1/4 cup white sesame seed, that is well roasted, 2 to 3 tablespoons toasted sesame oil, freshly ground black pepper, 1.5 cups of cilantro, dill or mint. To begin, prepare your vegetables by slicing them into bite-sized pieces. Top tip, soak the onion in cold water for 10 minutes before slicing them. This will reduce the pungent taste of the onion. Then place cucumbers and onion in a large serving bowl or platter and season with salt. Next, add lemon zest and juice and season with more salt and citrus juice until they taste salty and tangy. Now, drizzle with sesame oil and top with sesame seeds, freshly ground black pepper, and cilantro. That's it. The refreshing and delicious summer salad is done. We can also include fruits to complement the salad if you like. Adding citrus is a great way to incorporate fruits such as orange. I hope you will enjoy this recipe. Don't be afraid to try this recipe. There are endless possibilities and recipes for you to try. See you in the next video.
Wow, how tasty does that look? The best part is that it's super healthy as well.
I agree with you, Mr. Kelvin. This is what people should be eating.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Vijaya. Okay, I think it's time we open the floor to the audience for questions. If you are curious about the steps in making summer salad, or you would like to know more about the culinary side of things, feel free to drop down your questions in the chat box. I will be monitoring the questions. Okay, Miss Asnida, we have a question for you. Can we switch ingredients for this salad?
Okay, so thank you for the question. Okay, so instead of using cucumber, yes, of course, you can change the usage of vegetables. So instead of using cucumber, you can also use tomatoes, avocados, okay? You can use lettuce, okay? And then you can also put rather than put sesame oil, okay, you can put sesame seed itself, okay? You can use other type of nuts like pine nuts, walnuts, okay? To give the crunchiness, okay, different texture in the food itself.
Thank you, Miss Asnida. There's another question from the audience. How do you keep the cucumber salad from getting watery and maintaining their crispy texture?
Okay. First thing first, cucumber usually once you have prepared it, okay, try to eat it directly. But if you would like to eat it on later, okay, my advice is not to put the seasoning directly. Means that in terms of the dressing, okay, or the salt or the pepper itself, okay, leave it blank. Once you want to consume it, then only you put in the seasoning, because as we know, okay, salt itself, okay, it will extract all the water from any fruit or any vegetable. So my advice is only put the seasoning once you want to consume it. Don't directly put it and keep it aside. Yes, of course, it will turn the vegetable to be watery.
Thank you, Miss Asnida. That was very informative. Here's another question from Kurt Tani. So what are the other types of healthy salad that we can prepare apart from summer salad?
Okay, so other type of salad, okay, you can do, for example, like Waldorf salad, okay. If Malaysian, okay, usually we are familiar with kerabu, kan. You can do a kerabu type or Malaysian style of salad also by using local vegetables like all those ulam. Okay, you just cut it in different sizes. Okay, add it with maybe like you pan-seared your prawn. Okay, and then you mix it with lime and make it creative. Like I say during the presentation itself, okay, when you make a salad, okay, it's not necessary to be the green vegetables itself. Okay, you can incorporate different type of vegetables and mix it up and enjoy it.
Thank you once again, Miss Asnida. Here is the next question from Yong Yuchi. So can we add olive oil into our summer salad?
Okay, so you can also use olive oil, but the reason why in the summer salad, okay, why we use sesame oil, because sesame oil, it has its own aroma, a good aroma that can elevate your appetite to eat your salad. But it's not wrong to use olive oil instead, okay, rather than the sesame oil. It can be interchangeable.
Thank you, Ms. Asida. Here's another question. So is there any significance of the kosher salt over the table salt? Like, does it help in weight loss?
Kosher salt and table salt, if to my understanding, it will just be the same. Unless you ask me about rock salt and the table salt, yes, there might be have different in terms of the help in terms of weight loss. Because usually when you are in a weight loss management, okay, the salt usage, of course, you need to reduce the salt consumption, and the salt type also, you are highly encouraged to use the rock salt or the pink salt rather than the normal iodized salt.
Thank you, Ms. Asida. That was very educational. All right, so here is a question from Chanura. So for people who do not really like onions, can they replace the onions with something else to have an equal effect?
Okay, for onion itself, okay, different type of onion will have different punginess, okay, and some onion it is spicy. Yes, I do agree with you because maybe you do have experience eating onions that you feel it is spicy or it have a after effect like a bad smell whatsoever. But for onion itself, okay, maybe you don't use red onion. Okay, you can replace it with Holland onion or white onion rather than using the red onion. Okay, because different onion will have different sweetness level, different punginess. So try to experience or try to use different type of onion. But my advice is for onion, try to use Holland onion instead of red onion, because usually red onion is more pungent and more spicy.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. So here's another question from the audience. Can we use canola oil or coconut oil instead of sesame oil, as it is usually used in a diet plan to lose weight?
Okay, so when we talk about oil categories, okay, there are different type of oil, okay, and different type of oil also will be used in different purpose. Okay, if you talk about using oil in preparing salad, yes, you can use extra virgin olive oil, you can use those canola oil, coconut oil, okay, which will always it will always be associated towards more healthier type of fat. Okay, because all of these oil are fat. So, but when you want to use it for cooking, okay, it's highly advisable. Try to avoid this oil when you want to do your frying or pan frying, okay? Because different type of oil will have different temperature or different effect, okay? Or the smoke point is different, okay? So that's why, for example, like the olive oil, the canola oil, or the sunflower oil is more suitable to be used for your salad dressing. Okay, but if you go for cooking, okay, different oil you can use. You should use different oil.
Thank you, Ms. Asnida. Actually, personally, I have a question. Like, what other dressings can be used for this salad? Are there any other dressings?
Okay, so okay, for the dressing itself, okay, rather than you just because a dressing, what is a dressing itself? Okay, to make a dressing, you need to have oil and acid base, and together with your seasoning. So as you can see in the recipe itself, okay, you will use the sesame oil. We put in um, uh, the salt and pepper. And the acid base is from the lemon. Okay, so instead of using lemon, okay, you can use also lime. Okay, you can also use apple cider vinegar or just white vinegar. And then in terms of the oil usage, also you can change it with other type of oil, maybe like olive oil, okay, and other oil. And then to enhance the flavor of your dressing, you can put in, for example, like chopped onion, and then even for the cilantro itself, okay, you can chop it and mix it with your dressing. It will give a different flavor. The thing is, try to be creative.
Thank you, Miss. So due to the time constraint, we'll only be accepting one more question. So yeah, I'll be waiting. All right, it seems there's no more questions, so we'll proceed on.
Thank you everyone for your questions. After all, without questions, there will be no learning.
We would like to thank Ms. Asnida for taking a time to prepare these healthy dishes. I'm sure our stomachs are starting to growl, but this is just the start. There will be 3 more healthy eating experience sessions, and we can't wait to see what other healthy dishes will be offered on the menu.
On that note, before we end the session, we have another video to show. Our own committee members have recorded themselves in making summer salad from their homes. So we would like to show you guys how we make it. Let's get the video rolling. It is time to end our session. Once again, a big thank you to Ms. Asnida and to the audience. Before we end, we would like to remind everyone that we will have an online health talk by insightful and distinguished guests in the field of healthcare and education at 8 p.m. later. So be sure to take your dinner, maybe add summer salad into the menu before joining us for the 8 p.m. session. Thank you, everyone.
Before you take your leave, I would like to remind everyone to participate in the Daily Walk Challenge. Make sure to subscribe and follow our page on Instagram and Facebook with the username at phc2021_QIU. And also a reminder to all participants, please fill up the Google Form link for attendance to claim your CCA hours and CPD points. And not to forget, 2 lucky draw entries will be awarded to all participants for our closing ceremony. So make sure you fill up the form.
Another reminder to check on our merch in our social media to ensure that you do not miss out any of the goodies that we are providing. And also a big thank you to HTM Pharmacy for sponsoring this event. The event will never be the same without your help. This is your MC signing up. Thank you.